now. A rhythm. Wanna talk about it. A rhythm of love. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Flavor House Network's The Love Rhythm Recipe. My name is Casey. I am your host. I am your master chef. I am your navigator through this thing we call food and love. And yes, I see my friend Vovo to Love here. Yes, I do. How are you? You took a little nap and you're here with me. I am so happy. Oh, baby, tonight. First of all, I'm hungry, so y'all know I want to hurry and cook this food. But second of all, we got a very, very, very interesting topic. We're going to be talking about, do you stay for the love or are you there for the comfort? Think about that now. I've had people say yes to one, no to the other, or yes to both. They don't say no to both because then it's not even any point. But we're going to be cooking a creamy garlic butter chicken. I'm using chicken thighs because they have the meat. They are economical. And when you brown them up, oh, they look so put it this way, people will think you spent much more money on the meal. And you didn't. And it's romantic and it's all those things. And it's just delicious. Yes, it is. Hey, my sister, Teresa, how are you? And there's my other half in here with his loving hands. Hey, my husband. Okie dokie. So I see 7 in my chat. And I have 2 likes. Can you like me? I like you too. Anyway, we're going to get this party started. I'm going to let you see what the ingredients are, and we're going to cook a little, and we're going to talk a little, and we're going to do all these things. But before I do anything, I'm going to hip y'all to what I got. Look at what, ta-da! Yes, no, it's not a mimosa. This is a mocktail that pairs perfectly with the garlic chicken, the creaminess of it. It just cleans your palate, and I'm going to taste it. And then I'm going to ask my mixologist, and I'm going to take some of this garnish and stuff off so I can wrap my lips around this deliciousness. Okay, so let's see. Ooh. That is delicious. This is very refreshing. So, Corey, what's up with this? What is this?
That right there is a citrus honey sparkler.
Oh.
The ingredients, we have half a cup of fresh orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
We use 1 tablespoon of lemon juice.
Okay.
1 teaspoon of honey. Half a cup of chilled ginger ale.
Okay.
And then we have some wonderful orange slices. Orange slices.
Yeah.
And mint for garnish.
Yes, I took my little mint off, y'all, because I had to move. I'm about to take this orange off, and when y'all not watching, I'm gonna eat it. But anyway, yes, this is very, very, very refreshing. It sure is. I'm telling you, get this stuff. Get some of this stuff. And this was inexpensive too. So anyhow, let's see what the ingredients are for this. We're going to start getting our chicken seasoned up. And I will tell you, you can use chicken breast if you want. Boneless skinless chicken breast. I got some chicken thighs. I was going to debone them, but I ain't feel like doing all that. So I got them pretty cheap. What did I pay for these chicken? They were like $6. I think I paid like $7 a pound. Yeah, no, it's like $6 or $5.99 a pound. I have 10 of them, and they're pretty big and pretty meaty. So, hey, I'm telling you, they're like the most. Yeah, I got 10 of them. I have them in here, and I'll let you see. So, and they're in here because we did our dry brine with the Adolph's meat tenderizer, and I'll show you guys that. If you don't have any Adolph's meat tenderizer, you need to get some. You can. This is the fruit of life. This is an instant dry brine. It helps hold in the moisture for everything. It will tenderize a toe. Yes, it will. I'm joking. I don't know. But anyway, I got my smoked paprika. I'm just going to hit the chicken with it a little bit to help with the browning because I want to get a nice sear on there. I have some onion powder. I have my Casey's Blessing, which is an all-purpose seasoning. It does not have sodium. I will have this on the market, I promise, before I turn back until Eggland said egg best. At some point, somebody in the FDA is going to let me do this. In the meantime, go to the store and get whatever your preferred all-purpose seasoning is. But do know, with my Casey's Blessing, there's no sodium, and so that's why I make it rain. So you just want to read your labels if you're sodium sensitive. Okay, I got a little bit of salt just in case. We may or may not use that. I have some minced garlic. Love this stuff. I have, well, this is the side, some potatoes, but I'm using instant potatoes. I'm going to be making an herb garlic potato to go with this. Okay, she gave me my cup, y'all. I have, I put my cornstarch in the cup this time because it gets so messy. This is going to be a thickener that I'll be using to help thicken up that lovely sauce. So I have about 2 cups of cornstarch in here, and I do a little special thing that I make a little roux, but I do it in a cup and I kind of pour it into my mixture, and it works perfectly, and it saves you a lot of time. And that's what we're about, saving some time. You can take the garlic, and of course I have some black pepper. I have my herbets. So I have some parsley. I have parsley twice here because one of them is almost gone. I have parsley. I have chopped basil. I have Italian herbs here. So these here, like I said, if you're new to this, get yourself some of these. They're called Gourmet Garden. They're just like fresh. From what beautiful sisters tell me, they're a little bit freeze dry, but they don't feel it. They don't smell it. They have a great shelf life. So, these things are expensive. So you want to be able to keep them for a while. If you don't use them a lot like me, because I don't really keep them that long. I have some heavy whipping cream, y'all. And what this is really, really fine, chopped up white onion and a little bit of jalapeno. Okay. I put this in here because it's not going to be hot, but the jalapeno, the flesh of it, when you take the seeds out, it has a wonderful taste. And I'm going to add this to my dish because I have a lot of them and I don't want to go back. So I have 1 lemon, and this is optional, just a little bit of freshness of the juice. And then, of course, butter, because butter does what? Makes things all better. All right. And then I have some chicken broth. Okay, so we got all of our ingredients here. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to mosey on over here, and I'm going to take this chicken and I'm going to season it. But first, let me get my prep work. Let me take my rings off. Let me take my bracelet off. Let me get some gloves, y'all, because I'm handling chicken, and we don't want to do what? Cross-contaminate. And once I get the chicken brown and it's over there cooking, we're going to start diving into this topic, because I know I give you guys all these metaphoric type topics and things, and you're like, what in the world is going on in this woman's head? Listen, trust the process. I keep telling y'all, I trust the process. Okay, so I will talk to you about what I'm saying when I say, do you stay for the love or the comfort? And yeah, and I'm not going to tell you that there's something wrong with either one. So let me get over here. I'll take my little papers with me, because see, this helps me keep myself on track so I don't go off into left field.
Hey, Auntie
Pam. Auntie Pam. Hurry, Auntie Pam. My sister. Okay, my sister. Yes. So let me take a little drink of this. I said I'm going to take this off of here. This is the cutest little, what are these? Are these mandarins?
Those are mandarin oranges.
Little mandarin oranges. Let me stick this over here. All right, let me do my little transition. Okay?
Yes.
Let me get this over here. I need to make enough space on this so I can season my chicken. So let me move some of this stuff off over and make room for my little drinky. Let me get the chicken over here. Okay, and I'll get this here and that here. All right, so I'm just trying to get it set up, y'all, for you. Trying to get a little space here. Okay, so I have my little stilt sitting here. Let me get my drink.
Ready?
Move this over. I'll grab it. You get the cord.
I already set the cord up.
Okay, so let me grab it. I'm trying to grab this, y'all, and be real gentle like, so I don't shake you up and make you nauseous or make me
And
nauseous.
shaking viewer syndrome.
Okay, it's shaking. Oh, you got jokes. She said shaking viewer syndrome. Okay, really? I tell you, my assistants and this crew gets cornier and cornier by the day. I'm here to tell you. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, can you pass me my real eyes, please? Please. Okay, we're gonna bring that. Is that stretched too much? Okay, I'm gonna bring this table over just a little bit, y'all. So maybe a little shake, rattle and roll. Okay, just like that.
There you go.
I want to set everything up, make sure that we have a clear view. I have to get my eyes, my real eyes. See, these are eyes that match the outfit. These are the eyes that I can see. Especially when it get late at night and I haven't had any sleep. So that's how that works. All right. Ooh, I can see clearly now. My glasses are, no, my glasses on. That's not proper English. My glasses on. Okay, really? Listen, the things you have to do to get help these days. I am here to tell you, y'all. Okay, let me get a little piece of foil, and I will get. You know what I'm gonna do? I want to season it in front of you so you can see, but I really need to do it over here on the other counter. So I'm gonna try to get it in here, but I got so much stuff on this little table here until it's not a lot of space. So let's just see what we got, and y'all don't let me forget my gloves, please. Okay, so I put a little piece of foil here, guys, because trying not to be too messy. Okay, so let me just get that over here, get this drink over here. Trying to be fancy like the real chefs, you know? Like, no, excuse me, I am a real chef. Like the big time chefs. How about that? Okay. I'm gonna be there. Yes, I am. Do-da day. Okay, so let me get my gloves because I need to cover my hands like a surgeon. And they're right over here. And I'm going to keep the whole box here. That way, if I need to get more, I'll have them. Okay, so I'm going to get these gloves on because I'm going to be touching this chicken. And we don't want to cross-contaminate. The most important thing to me in the kitchen is cleanliness. And that's for sure. Okay, that is for sure. Hey there, Cora Coco Evans. How are you? I hope life is wonderful for you today and every day. Let me put my hands in the gloves. Now, I'm sterile, okay? So let me get right here, and I'm going to take the top off my favorite pot. My favorite pot looks like it needs to be screwed because it looks like, no. I don't mean that was that bad word, okay? My pot, the screws are the top here. Oh, goodness. What people, the things? No, okay, nah. I know the thought patterns here. This is an adult show, but I try to be family friendly all the time. Okay, I don't want anyone to misconstrue my intentions. Okay, so I'm spraying this pan. Although they say it's non-stick, I don't believe anybody, so I'm doing it. So I'm spraying ahead of time. Let me get and as I do these things, I will remove items from the top of this so I'll have more space, right? That's a smart thing. Clean up as you go along. That's how you do it. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let's see how they fared. And like I said, we put some meat tenderizer on these. Oh, these are huge too. Look at them. But you know what? I like to debone them because, shoot, they look really big, right? But most of it is bone. But these are pretty meaty. And this is why I never was a thigh eater. I've just become one, I'd say, over the last year because, you know, thighs can be really fatty. But what we do is we trim and then we get underneath the skin. It has like a little, I'm just going to be slimy stuff in there. And I don't like that. So that's why I never did the thighs. But the meat itself is very tender. It's moist and it works very well in recipes such as this. Pretty much everything, even when you fry them up. But when I fry them, if I fry them, the kids love them. I will debone them and fry them because I want to get the skin. I can get them, without the bone, but they take the skin off. The whole purpose of the fried chicken is just, do you want the crispy? Yeah. You want the crispy bits. So let me get this on here, just like that. And I have 10 of these, and it looks like they tried to jip me and give me a one that looked like a Lilliputian. Look at this one. Y'all look at this. Okay, so let me get that out the way. Let me get the other one. But anyway, so I guess I can start. So I came up with this topic because I was thinking to myself, okay, my husband and I have been together for 40 some odd years, okay? And so you think to yourself, oh, I know how I feel. I don't know about nobody else. But you say to yourself, okay, is it a level of comfort or are you still in love with this person? Now, it can be a combination because as you grow in a relationship, there's a certain amount of comfortability that you should have. You really should. You shouldn't always be on that apprehensive anxiety type feeling with the roller coaster going in your tummy, okay, or whatever. You should have a certain amount of comfortability. So it's nothing wrong with that. When it goes wrong is when that's all you have. So we'll go deeper. So let me put this meat on here because see, I'll get to talking and this chicken won't get put on. So I'm going to try to get this chicken on. Yes, I am. And then I'm going to run my mouth like I normally do. Okay, so I got all my chicken laid out here real nice. Did a good job trimming this chicken. So, yeah. And let me close this up. Get this out of the way. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my gloves because now I have to touch my products here, my spices and things.
Oh, Cora Coco Evans said this is Pam's daughter.
I know, Cora. I know who you are, okay? You've revealed yourself to me. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad that you are in the chat and that you're watching. And I hope you enjoyed this. I really do because, hey, we family here. All of us. Okay, I'm going to get some more gloves and put them on because, as I said, I do not want to touch my seasonings with the gloves with the meat stuff on there. Horse contamination, And I can attest, anyone who's in that chat who's had my food and my family here and whoever else will tell you, you've never gotten sick eating at my house and you never will. Because, yeah, I do not believe in dirty things. So let me just put my hands in here. Okay, so the first thing, because we already have the ADOS meat tenderizer, you got to realize it does have a salt base. So you want to be mindful if you are sodium sensitive. And even if you're not, you don't want to over salt your food because it don't taste good. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn up the corners of my foil so I can kind of protect my table from the shake I'm about to do. I'm going to bring this down. So for those of you who don't know about what seasoning, how things are supposed to look, I want you to have a visual. It is important to have a visual because I can tell you all day long, a quarter cup of this, blah, blah, blah. You need to see what it looked like. I am very visual. So I know a lot of people are like that. And I'm just going to give you that opportunity. And let's see if we can see. Y'all tell me when you can see the chicken. Can you see? Can you see what I see? Okay, so I don't have a lot of seasonings here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with my lighter products, which is going to be my onion powder. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to just sprinkle a little on here on the skin side up, just like that. And I'm going to do that with all of the different seasonings. One side, flip it over. Don't ever season food on one side. Okay? You don't put on one shoe and go outside, I hope. You want to put on two. So you do both sides. Okay. So now I'm going to go with my Casey's Blessing. And like I said, you use your all-purpose seasoning you have. Now, as you see, with my Casey's Blessing, I go very heavy. I season things in layers. I believe that flavor comes from the bottom and goes through the top and everywhere in between. And so my chicken has to be fully dressed. My chicken is not going to go into the skillet or anywhere it's going without having on proper clothing. So if it's not looking like this, you know you don't have enough. If it's not a sodium-based product, because I don't want you to do this if you got a sodium-based product, because then you'll be around here fussing at me, talking about I'm trying to give you hypertension or give you a stroke or something. I'm not trying to do that. So I'm going to take this pepper and just put my pepper on there, just like that. Okay. And finally, I'm going to take a little bit of this smoked paprika. There's a difference. It has a different flavor. And I'm not doing it so much for the flavor as I am because I am going to be sauteing this to brown it a little before we finish the cooking process. I wanted to have a nice sear on it. So I wanted to have that color. So I'm putting the paprika on it, but it's also going to give me a double whammy because I am going to be having a nice smoky flavor. So just let me do that. Like that and like this and here. Okay. And guess what I'm going to do now? I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do this all over again. How easy is this? Okay, so flip, 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 flip. There you go. Flip that, this, that one over here. Okay, the little teeny tiny one too. Okay, and we flipping that. So this hand has chicken, this hand doesn't. So we're going to use this hand. I'm going to do this with my left hand. Watch me. Okay, so I'm going to open this up with this hand. I'm going to take it. May not be as neat, but guess what? Won't have chicken stuff on it. So I'm going to do this. It's like that. Guess what? Closing it up. Left hand. I am a right-handed person. Look how good I am. I'm going to take... I am today. I'm Amber Wonderful. How about that? Okay, so I'm just gonna. I love this little container because I can just squeeze it out. It's so great. And when I put these on the market, I'm gonna have it in these kind of containers, so you don't have to do that shaking stuff and get a muscle in your arm. I don't like all that. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the pepper. I was going to use some white pepper, but earlier today I used the white pepper and that thing had a residual sneeze going on. So I'm boycotting my white pepper unless I have a mask on. Okay. So got that one there just like that. And finally, my paprika. So let me get this here. And this is going to be the most challenging one because you saw how hard it was for this stuff to come out. But I'm going to do it. See, I never say die. I never give up. If there is a crack, a hole, or opening somewhere, and everything is closed, and everybody else thinks, oh, it's no use, I'm going to find an opening. I'm going to find a way. You never give up. All right. So, okay, we got that. That's good. All right. Let me bring you back up to life. Okay, we go right up here. Nice and gentle. Hi there. We're back. Okay, so I'm going to turn my stove on. I'm going to keep one of the gloves on because I'm going to be lifting this chicken. Okay, let me move this over here. And I'm going to turn this on. And I will not put it on high because this particular pan, I know it will start to smoking in 2 seconds. So I'm going to do a medium heat. I'm going to let this heat up. And then I have my canola oil. And you can use whatever kind of high burning heat oil you have. I'm just doing this. Here I go. Yeah, it's just everything is now. But no, not to worry, okay? Because I did the cute sneeze. I just held it in. Okay, I'm going to put this in. I'm going to put this in here. Okay. And about 2 tablespoonfuls just to coat the bottom of this pan. Because I want to sear this meat. I'm going to sear it, get it brown on both sides. So I'm going to take it out, and then we're going to finish cooking it in our lovely sauce that has all of the good stuff in there, okay? All right, so let me get this over here. Close that. All right. So when I say, do you stay for the love or for the comfort, okay? What am I really asking you're staying for? And I want you to kind of think about this. I want to make sure it doesn't smoke. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we stay and we say it's love because it gets kind of cloudy, especially when you've been in a relationship for a long time. Okay, see, it's ready. So let me put the first one in. Okay, I got a little sizzle. I think it needs to get a little hotter because I want it to kind of sizzle pretty fast. Okay, it's starting to make noise. Never, ever, ever, ever crowd your pans when you are sauteing, frying, anything like that. Because what it does is take down the temperature of your cooking oil. So if you ever have fried chicken and all of a sudden you got so much in here and then you get that gummy, floury thing going on because it really doesn't crisp up fast enough, that's why you've overcrowded your pan. Okay, so let's see how many I can get in here safely without overcrowding. I'm hoping I can get 5, do 5 and 5. Okay, I'm only gonna do 5. I probably could have got that little teeny tiny one in here. Huh. But I'm not. I'm gonna leave her out here so she can be with her brothers and sisters. And I'm gonna bring this over here, just like that. Kind of turn it over. And then I'm gonna wipe this down because this is annoying me. All right. Let me get a paper towel. And I need to get my tongs. Are my tongs over here? Yes, they are. My tongs. Okay, if I can get it out of here. All right, so let me get my tongs. I saw something on somebody's cooking show, and I can't remember who it was. They had the cutest little thing that they use. It's like a little hook that they use to pick their chicken up with. I thought it was so cool, and I gotta get me one. I loved it. Huh? I don't know where it came from, but it was cute as all get out, and I want one. You hear that, husband? I want the hook. Because he's the one. I know, and three hooks will come, right? But see, he hasn't seen it, so he has to wait until I tell him. But yeah, I want that because that's going to be helpful. I love that. It never slips out. You grab stuff, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Just going over to the garbage, guys. All right, so I want this to brown, and that's what I need. Does anybody know where my screen is? That's what I need, my screen. I haven't seen it. Okay. I usually have a screen that I keep over here so I can keep things from getting messy on my stove. I'm going to get a fork too. And because I'm going to tell you, the oil gets angry. Okay, I have my screen. Thank you. Okay, so this is good. This came from the dollar store. Dollar Tree comes in all sizes except for the really small one. I haven't found one for my really small skillet. So back to what I was saying. So sometimes we're saying, because we say that we are in love, okay? But really, it's comfort and routine. So think about that, okay? The piece that we know and expect. So it's the familiar thing, okay? And it's cool, and you're on an even keel, and hey, everything is everything. And so you think, okay? So comfort can feel like love when it's warm and familiar and easy like Sunday morning. Yes, okay? That does not mean that you are in love. That means that it's easy. That's what it means, but I want to ask you guys, okay, can comfort feel like love if it brings you peace? Okay, because sometimes everybody wants something different from a relationship. So if it brings you peace and the passion is dead, is that enough for you? Think about that. I know it's a little late. I know somebody got some opinion on this because, someone always does. Okay, like my chicken here. My chicken is warm and creamy, pure comfort. But it's feeding you, okay? Is it getting you stuck? You think about it. Okay, so we know, I ain't gonna even tell you that this is some dietetic meal or whatever. This is, it is what it is. Okay, it's feeding you, it's comforting you, but Is it making you stuck? Is it sedentary? Is that relationship that's comfortable without the passion, without the fire, without the love, comfortable enough for you to continue to participate in the project? Think about that. Let me check this, see what it looks like. Okay, so, okay, it's not as brown as I wanted, so I'm going to take it up just a bit. I'm going to take it up to 7 because I want this to get a nice brown sear on it. I will not accept anything less. That's just the way that is. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So did any of you have anything to say? Oh, okay, my sister says she needed all. My sister greedy. She got to have the comfort. She got to have a passion. She got to have a love. She got to, and hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want, that's what you should get. And that's what you should pursue. And you should not accept anything else. That's the bottom line. It's nice to know what size you wear so you can go into the store and get the dress you want. I'm just saying. Okay, so comfort can turn into a prison or a cage. It really can, because comfort can quietly turn into complacency. That just means I'm here, I'm the chair. Okay, every day gonna be the same thing, and you know. Right. Well, exactly. Okay, so when there's no growth, there's no spark and no effort. You know, you just kind of there. Okay, that's a hard thing, because I'm gonna tell you. You can. It is very easy when you are not being intentional. I feel like I use that word a lot, intentional. But it's the truth. When you're not intentionally making efforts to be included in the relationship, to be involved, to be present. Let me check the meat. See, I can tell by the sound. Yeah. And see, like I said, some of these pots, they have a hot spot. So it'll get browner. Like, say, this one here I just did is much browner than the one I just turned over. So I'm going to move it up. So I try to rotate this meat because I know that I have a hot spot with this particular pan. I can't tell you why this pan does this, but it does. So I move this around because the ones further towards my backsplash are not getting as brown as quickly. So let me turn this and move that around, because I needed to have this sear. It's very important. Okay, I don't want to turn it up too high, because if I turn it up too high, I'm going to hit it at 8 and I'm going to watch it. But anyway, like I was saying, complacency is not something that you want in your relationship, because it's pretty much, hey, he could be the chair, you could be the wallpaper. It doesn't really matter. Okay, but sometimes we stay because we're scared. We're scared of change. Okay, not because we want to be there. Now I'm going to tell you a little secret. Change is scary. Change can be exciting. Change can be a whole lot of emotions, but change is what? Inevitable. So it's up to you to either rock with it or roll out. Those are choices. I give options. Yes, I do. Don't be too afraid to embark upon the happiness that you are seeking or you deserve. And yes, it's scary. And it's not just about having fear. I'm going to tell you like this. I'm talking relationships, but think about it. You have people that will stay at the same job for 20 years hating it because they scared to go somewhere else where it may be a little bit more challenging, or they're not familiar with the terrain. Okay, you have people that will stay in the same house or neighborhood because they're scared to venture out and go somewhere else because it's different and foreign to them. So it's not about just relationships. It's just people in general. So you got to get yourself together and not be so afraid and be a little bit more fearless. And I'm going to tell you, when you do, then you start embarking on opportunities, whether it's in your relationship or in your life in general, that will be more conducive to your liking. Let me check this. Okay, let me turn you over. There you go. Now it's doing this little thing. I had to switch them around. I had to turn the meat around. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what you're doing over here. This one needs to go over here. Okay, so anyhow, so yeah. Change is inevitable. There's nothing you can do about that. You're going to have to roll with it or roll out. And so those are the things that you say to yourself. You say that to your partner. You say it to each other. Okay, because it is a journey. And however you take that journey, you need to be on the same page to either take it together. You're going to deal with the bumps in the road, the twists and the turns, but you're going to come out on the other side and you're going to be victorious hand in hand together. Otherwise, you go your way, he go his way, or she goes her way, or whoever it is, and live your life. Okay? When comfort, like I said, turns into a cage, you feel like somebody got a chokehold on you. Or you have a choke. I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times people self-impose these cages, or they self-impose, I say separating themselves, or segregation. Fear is a big factor. It really is. Fear and procrastination. That's another one. Don't get me started with that one. But when love grows into a healthy comfort, it's not at all a bad thing. It's nice to feel that, you know what's going to happen. Everything doesn't always have to be mundane. But some things you want it not to change. You want it to stay the way it should be. Let me check. See, now it's getting angry over here. All right. So, okay, I got y'all. Just be good. Okay, I'm going to turn you over. And he just dropped his whole outfit. One of them dropped all the skin off. He said, I'm going to be free. Yeah, he said it's getting hot in here. He took off all his clothes. He sure did. But guess what? I'm going to take this piece of skin, and this piece of skin going to go in with the rest of the bunnies. Okay, I'm going to get this glove off my hand, and I'll just put on a new one because my hands are getting hot now. Okay. So, and also let me get a plate because I'm going to have to transfer this out. So I'm going to get a little plate here and see what's going on. Okay, that's almost ready. I think I'm going to take it out. Let me just turn this on because I know I got my house smoking up. Okay, I'll turn it on so it's not too loud. All right, so like I was saying, when love grows into a healthy comfort, okay, that's not a bad thing. Real love can grow into a place of peace and serenity. But you still have those little things. You still want to keep those little surprises, okay, here and there, to kind of shake things up. A healthy love is going to feel safe and you don't feel like you have to be there. It's the difference between feeling like you got to be somewhere and you want to be somewhere. And you need to be able to know the difference. So you want to ask yourself, can you tell the difference between being comfortable and being content? That's a good one. Being comfortable, because sometimes when you're comfortable, you feel content, but there is a difference. There is a difference. Okay, let me check this. Well, I know they can't hear you. You're going to have to come over here because this is like loud. Okay, she going to do anything not to get about that seat, right? Okay, one moment, y'all. Let me get this turned. Okay, so let me take this out. And I'm taking this off of here. And I'm just taking the meat out because I got to put the next batch in. The other 5. And I'll brown those up. This is not done yet. This has to be at least 175 degrees internally, and you don't want to see any more pinkness. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little bit more. I'm going to turn this down and, put a little bit more oil in here because this pan, for some reason, the oil kind of separates and leaves an empty circle in the middle. So let me put a little bit more oil. That's going to bring the temperature down, and then I'm going to get the rest of the chicken in. Let me get another glove. I'm going to hurry up because this thing is hot. And I don't want to burn my oil. So let me get that glove on. I'm going to put the baby of the bunch in first, y'all. Okay? And I put my meat skin down first. That's how I do it. Now see, this oil is kind of angry, so it's gonna make me clean the top of my stove. So it's popping everywhere. But not to worry, I ain't got no problem with cleaning it. Let me get that over here and over here, just like that. All right. So again, like I said, temperature was rising, and now the temperature is lowering because I just put this meat in here. So let me move this over to the side. I'm gonna clean this up, wipe my stove off, and then we will continue this discussion of mine. Because I'm interested. I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. I don't know if y'all want to know, but I want to know. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Put that in the garbage. All right, so I want to wipe this up a little. So, let me see. Okay, let's just get this a little clean up. Everybody, everywhere. I know. Okay, let me just wipe this up because this oil is driving me insane. I'm going to get my screen on here so it won't splatter. And I can turn it up a little more because, like I said, the temperature went down because I introduced some new oil to it, number one, and then I put this meat in here. So I'm going to take it up to 7, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like after you sear it. Now, it may very well look like it's done. Not done yet. You're just sitting this to the side while the brothers get nice and brown. Then we're going to make a nice little sauce in the pan, and we're going to sit them all, nestle them in there, and then they're going to steam through and cook and get the flavors. Oh, baby, you're going to love it. So we put that over here. Oh, I need to wipe this off. I forgot. Let me wipe this off because I have seasoning for days everywhere. Okay. Move my cup out the way, y'all. All right. So let me dry that off. I'm telling you, the best thing you can ever do when you cook is to clean up as you cook. Because I'm going to tell you, for somebody who cooks all day long on a Saturday, because I have 2 shows, you are very grateful that you don't have a big mess after all of this. You really are. Trust and believe. So I'm going to take a little sip of this because I'm thirsty. And what do you say? All right, let me take it back down to 6 because it's doing its same thing. This is very, very good. I love this. So like I said, what's the difference between being comfortable and content? I'm content to be comfortable. How about that? I'm content to be comfortable. I want them other things too. Okay. I am good with, I don't think you have to be one or the other. It depends on the other aspects of your relationship. Okay. Because comfortability means that, hey, I'm just going to keep these same pair of shoes. They kind of run over, but they all broke in. I don't want to have to get a new pair of shoes because it may hurt. Keyword, hurt. Okay? Even though you're hurting yourself if you're not getting everything that you need. Okay? But you don't realize that hurt. That's a hurt you know. They say things like, you want to deal with the animal or the demon that you know. Okay? Yeah. Because you don't want to take a chance with another one. So that's being totally comfortable. Okay? Being content is, I'm in nirvana. This is our happy place. I guess that's why they're saying either or. Okay? But this is nirvana. My happy place. On this cushy couch, which is comfortable. You see? So, same thing relationship. This is nirvana. He or she is my happy place. I am comfortable in the midst of this person, in their arms, in their presence, in their life. You can have those 2 things. Yes, you can. I say so. You may differ. You said you 71 years old and you what, sister? Oh, ha.
I can't read because the thing is right.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me turn this off. Okay. Okay, off.
She said, I'm 71 years old and I've earned it.
You earn what? Money?
No, but you, I mean, if you need comfort or, happiness.
And so Teresa says, a bump on a log. I don't know. And Pam says, love is like my network, Flavor House. You have to add some spice every now and then. Oh, honey, in Flavor House, you got to add spice all the time, all day, 24/7, 365 a year. It ain't temporary. It ain't intermittent. It is. So there you have it. Okay, this is your opinions, and you're gonna stand 10 toes deep in them. I know. Okay, so I have 11 people, and I only have 5 likes. Can you hit the like button, please? Hit me. All right. So when it's time to reignite or to let go of the relationship. Now, if you are a person who is afraid of change, and you got to simply make this decision, is it time to check out, or are we going to try to stir up the pot a little? If you're that afraid, I would try both scenarios. Me personally, I would test the waters and try to reignite the flame. But you got to have the buy-in from the other person. So 2 people have to try it. You can't be around there tripping around with flowers and satin sheets and all that stuff, and this person over there wrapped up in the cover, separate from you. Okay, they're clearly telling you, ain't no way. Yes. So, Pam said, I'm not trying to kill him with too much spice every day. He can have it at least 3 times in a year, a week, a month, what? 3 times a week? Okay, let me check this. Yeah. Shoot. You say you're 71 years old. You ready? You ready to hit me 3 times a week? You doing better than some of these young people. Let me see. All right, I'm turning this. I'm doing my rotation because, like I said, the hot spot, y'all. Okay, let me rotate. My little itty bitty chicken over here. He said, I'm ready. Yeah, he did. So I think that was a SpongeBob song, is it? Yes. Didn't they say it on SpongeBob? I'm sure they did because I got kids up in here, so all kinds of songs run through my head. But that's fine. Exactly. Anybody's saying that you got to be swinging from the rooftops every single day. Whatever your schedule is fine. Nobody's saying that everything that you do has to be a physical thing. It's a meeting of the mind, spending some time, watching some TV, having a conversation, laugh a little, whatever the case may be. But do something, John, do something. Okay? Because when you don't do nothing, nothing gets done. So if you want to try that part and reignite, then you have that conversation and you are intentional about doing it. Now, if after all the trying and still you got a dud, what you do? Get to stepping. Because, hey, you have been told, when people tell you who they are and what they are, you need to open up your ears, clean out the wax, and listen. Not hear what you want to hear what they are saying, hear the words coming out their mouth. Okay? Because people tell you all day long who they are. In their mannerisms, in their body language, if you see them, sometimes straight up out their mouth. And you think, they're just saying that because they're mad. Honey, I have learned when you're mad and you start spewing venom, some of that stuff is what you really feel. And that's it. That's all is everything. I will stand with that. Okay, because when you're angry to that point, there is no forethought. Okay, you're not sitting, let me see, I'm going to say this horrible thing. No, it's just kind of coming out like Tourette's. Okay, think about it when you're angry. Are you sitting there, I'm going to say exactly this word because I know that's going to get, heck no. Okay, so you better hear these people. They may feel that, and people can feel something for that moment and then feel something else when they're calm. But the point is, what do they call it? I can't even think of it. It's a psychological term. I'll think of it when I'm not on here. But anyway, there is a psychological term for when you really say the things that you feel, and I can't remember that, anyway, when you say the things that you feel without any hesitation, it's the first thought. Okay. This is going to bug me forever. Okay. And I'm getting no help from the youngins over there. Okay. I'm getting no help. None. Okay. So let's see. Okay. You know what, chicken? Do you know this little chicken hit me? Okay, I'm going to get your brothers, and I'm going to take the little one. The little guy says he wants to come out. Okay, so I'm going to take him out. Because he said he did his thing. And see, by doing this, you're cooking this somewhat. See, like, look how nice he is. He's real cute. Okay, so let's get him out. He got some siblings over here that, one side is where it needs to be. The other side isn't. So I'm rotating them because I need them to look like him. Okay, just like that. Let me get you over here. How about that? I'll put you two here. Because the whole object of this is to, once I get these in this pot with the sauce that I'm going to make, I need for them to kind of cook, at an equilibrium. So that's why I'm making sure that they are fully. Okay. Thank you. Cora, girl. Where have you been? You got to come. Yes, free association, Bobo, for real. But like I was saying, everything that you do in your life consists of choices. We make choices all day long. And then when it comes to things that are really close to us, we are not decisive. Okay. Because we go through this thing. Well, what if I do that? If I do this, if I leave, if whatever, what if I can't ever get anybody else? What if I was mistaken? Maybe he's just or she's just so and so. Yo, let me tell you something. Go get a shingle, put it outside of your door if you want to be a psychiatrist. Okay? Because you're going to need one trying to figure out what somebody else is feeling or thinking. Especially if you don't ask questions. My biggest pet peeve is when someone has something they have to say and they don't verbalize it. You are not doing yourself any favors. You're not doing them any favors. Silence is not golden. Them is lies. Okay? Even the ostrich does not want to have to hide his head in the sand. He does it for protection. You don't have to do that. Okay? So you got to think about whether or not, and they tell you to make a list. If you got more good than bad, then that can help you decide. You got all these things, but ultimately, when this ain't ready, this don't matter. I'm just telling you. If this is not ready, this will not matter. So I will break this down even further. Your mind can tell you whatever it is, and you know it's right. You can see it, and you know it's right. But if in here you are not feeling it, you're going to stay right there in that place, wherever that place is. Okay? So you have to figure out a way to merge this with this, and then you can make critical decisions for yourself. Let me check this out. Where did I do my fork? It's over here. So, I think this one is good. Let's see, they're around here trying to pop me again. I'm not happy with this thing. Oh, that one looks really nice. I like that one. Okay. I'm going to get the little nitty bits out of here. But that's going to be part of my, but see, what they're trying to do is they're trying to leave, they over here having a nudist camp in this pot. They're over here taking their clothes off when I want them to keep the clothes on. But see, they don't know. You can take your clothes off all you want. Okay, I'm throwing them clothes inside that sauce with the rest of you. That's how that's happening. So you can take your clothes off and not be covered, or you can stay covered. Hey there, E.T. Thank you so much. Yeah, I decided to comb my hair, y'all. Yes, E.T., I comb my hair. Yes, it did. I don't know how long it's going to be this way because I'm really, really in love with my head wraps. Yes, I am. So you probably will see a combination of the two. I don't know, but I had to let it breathe. Yeah, to be totally honest. Yeah, I'm serious. You think, huh? Let me tell you something, child. If I had the ability to put a wig on my head, I would have a different hairstyle every single week. But I can't stand to have anything gripping my head. A hat, a wig, nothing. This is kind of bothering me a little bit because last year I pretty much shaved all my hair off and I did a big chop and all this stuff. And it's about an inch long. So to have this like kind of like on my ear right now is kind of giving me like yeah, but I'm going to suffer through it. Because beauty is what, girls? My daughters know. Beauty is pain. All right. We're almost there, and I'm going to take that out. But as I was saying, and I did ask you guys, okay, is peace more important to you than passion? I ain't asked you that one. I'm going to give y'all a couple of seconds because I know it is a delay. What about you guys? Or studio audience, what do you think? Is peace more important than passion?
No. I would say more important. I feel like
You got to talk a little louder.
I feel like they both play their own, their role in the relationship.
I would say that to be like a healthy balance.
It's a balance.
They always take the safe way out. Yeah, they don't give me no controversy up in here. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to help me.
It would be boring without passion. And yeah,
And without his peace and like you spoke like
there'll be too much right. Too tumultuous. So it's like you need that.
There on the fence, rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby.
Okay, well, if I had to pick one, I'll pick peace.
Okay, ET says, I think peace is more important to her. Having peace is more important. Okay? And why would you say that? Why is it more important to you? Let me turn this chicken. Okay. All right. And this piece right here is pretty thick. So this one right here is giving me some issues. This one is ready. So we're going to take this one off. Put it over here. Okay, that one's ready. I have one piece over here that needs to brown some more. For the mere fact that when I put it in here and it's steaming through, it's not going to get done as quick as the other.
Oh, Jerome said, why would you want conflict?
Did you say Jerome?
Yes, I did.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! You know I'm gonna have to call him out. Jerome, you came to the nighttime show. You took a nap, didn't you? You said you just wake. He just waking up. Okay, I appreciate you. So he said, "What? Why would you want conflict? Because conflict is the spice of life, baby." No, I'm joking. No, you're right. But if I had a choice, if I could only choose one and not both, okay, I would choose peace. And the reason why is there are all kinds of passion. You gotta understand that. You can have a passionate interlude mentally with someone. If you connect and you have peace, and your peace is a commonality, okay, you have passion. See, people always want to think those words have to be something physical. You got to think. See, I always thought like, hey, and you don't want to wish anything bad on anybody. But if someone has some kind of physical ailment where physically you can't be passionate, are you going to want to walk away? Is that relationship over? You think about that. So, for me, I agree with you guys. You said, ET said, burning at a high level 24/7 doesn't seem sustainable. Passion is lovely, but I need consistency and peace. And I got it. And like I said, passion comes in a whole lot of different forms. Okay, so I'm going to be totally honest. I would love some peace because I need some sleep. Okay, and I can't sleep if I ain't got no peace. No justice, no peace. Okay, that's me. So I'm prepared. Look, I'm in a position where I'm prepared to work with whatever the dynamic is. How about that? Okay, so I think that. See, here we go. Look at him. I want y'all to see how this chicken is acting. You see how we just stripped his clothes off? Well, guess what? Going in there. Let me turn this off. Boy, because it's like pop, pop, pop.
Well, Cora said, please for her, brace packing.
There you go. Exactly. Because if you are in a place of serenity, hey, you have vitality. Think about it. If I'm always at odds with someone or there's always some conflict or whatever, well, I ain't feeling you in no kind of way. Period. End of story. So that's a good one, Cora. Thank you. All right. So I got all the chicken here. Now what I'm left with is the nibbly bits. I call the nibbly bits this stuff in the bottom. This is not the stuff you want to wash away. This is the stuff that's going to help flavor your sauce. So let me move this over here. Let me move my nibbly bits over here. And I'm going to wipe my stove down because it is full of grease. Okay, my nibbly bits, yes. When I write my cookbook, I'm going to put in there, don't throw the nibbly bits away. And that way, you guys will have to come back to my video. What is she talking about, the nibbly? When love calls your name. Okay. I don't know. We're back, everybody. I hope you stayed. You know, this is the thing about this streaming stuff. You're at the whim of the internet. You're at the whim of the wind. You're at the whim of whatever. But you need to know, I'm not going anywhere because this is too hot of a conversation. Yes, it is. So, as I said, I got my nibbly bits over here, right? So I'm going to take this wooden spatula and I'm going to move my nibbly bits around because I'm about to put something in my nibbly bits. Okay? I'm so glad to see. This is what I say. We got ride or die people. They stay, they hang, they just keep staying and hanging. That's right. So I'm going to take my nibbly bits. I'm going to take my spatula, and you want to push up the nibbly bits. Keep those nibbly bits doing their thing, and you want to keep the nibbly bits. And if you have some little extra little nibbly, like I got some little extra skin here that's a little dark that jumped off. I ain't gonna say jumped off. They took their clothes off. So I'm gonna remove that because I don't want to have any whole big giant pieces of any nibbly bits. But that's out. And oh, they're just having a good time. They are the nibbly bits. The nibbly bits are, hey, what you say? Make sure you mention them in the cook for two. What cook for two? The nibbly bits. Oh, I'm saying that. Oh, in my cookbook. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. I'm going to show you a picture of the nibbly bits in the cookbook. But I'm going to say, see my video for the nibbly bits. Okay, how about that? So let me take a little drink. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take celery flakes because I just like the flavor of it. Where's my new ones at? What? The new celery flakes. What should be on the lazy? Okay, let's go. I see them. There they go. All right, so get these celery flakes, and everyone should have some of this. Okay, this should be like American Express. Don't leave a grocery store without it. Celery flakes. I'm going to take my veggies. I'm going to reheat this nibbly bits a little bit. I'll take it to a 7, and then when it gets heated enough, I'm gonna put my vegetables in here, my onions and the jalapeno pepper and this celery in there. When I finish that, I'm going to put some garlic in there. Then I'm going to start putting my liquids in there because we're going to be making a wonderful sauce that is going to cook through this lovely, lovely garlic butter chicken. And part of that sauce is going to be what? Butter. Because it does what? Makes all things better. Yes, it does. All right. So it's hot enough. Let me scoop this in here. Let's get it all. See, there you go. It's ready. Okay. And so I will stir this around in this nice seasoned nibbly bit oil. Yep, just like that. That's going to be wonderful. Okay, and so I'm going to put a top on here and just let it kind of cook through a little. I'm going to take it down to a 2 because I don't want it to burn. Okay, and I'm going to take my celery flakes and I'm going to open up this top because I don't feel like having to shake it. And I'm going to do a teaspoonful of my celery flakes. Okay, and a teaspoonful is about, there you go, right there. I'm putting them in because what they do is they're dried now, but they will reanimate themselves when they hit this liquid and oil and stuff. So let's put that in there because that's going to give it some real nice flavor. And I'll close that up. Then I'm going to get all of my herbs. I'm bringing them because I'm going to be hitting this with my herbs and with the onion powder, Casey's blessing, and my garlic. Now, at this point, when you start using the liquids, if you happen to have some cooking wine, and I like to keep some on hand because sometimes I do use it, and it keeps well. I keep it in my fridge, and you can put that in there too, and it just kind of heightens the flavor. So it's really good. Okay, we're going to get it like a minute. So what I'm saying is, okay, you guys have said a lot of stuff. So you said, let me see. Make sure you mention, okay, we did the nibbly bits in the cookbook. Pam says, I knew that you were a mockaholic. I wish I could. I'm a mockaholic. I'm a mockaholic. You're a mockaholic. I'm a mom. I can't say it away. Oh yeah, mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. Yeah, mockaholic. This is so good. So, see, I'm trying not to be a mockaholic because by being a mockaholic, what is going to happen is I'm not be a hungry-holic and I won't be hungry anymore. So I'm trying to take it easy. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, those onions are good. Now I'm going to add my other things. So I'm going to do a tablespoonful, actually a tablespoon and a half of this garlic. Okay, let's put that in just like that. I'm going to take a pinch. Now, for those of you who, and I'm sure most of you know what a pinch is by now, forefinger or your index finger or your thumb, you're going to take it and you're going to pinch it and you drop it in. Okay, so this is a pinch of parsley. I'm going to do a pinch of Italian seasoning and a pinch of basil. Okay. All right. I guess I won't because Basil said, bye, goodbye. I'm going to get it. Don't worry. This Italian herb said goodbye. Okay, so let me open this. See, that's the good thing that it's all closed up. So I'm going to take a pinch of Italian herbs, and then I'm going to take a pinch of the basil. Okay, all right. Just like that. Now, this is on a low simmer, so this is giving me time to put my seasonings in because, like I told you, I'm getting ready to put a liquid in here. So I'm hitting with my Casey's blessing, just like that. I am going to hit it with some pepper. And then I'm going to take this whole stick of butter right here. And I'm putting it in there and let it melt. Okay, so I'm going to put pepper in here to taste. Just like that. And I'm going to hit it with a little bit of salt. Just a little. Just a little because I don't have anything else here that has salt in it. So let me just hit it with a little bit of salt. Now I will take this and I will stir it around. Because see, it already is forming a nice little sauce with the vegetables and the nibbly bits and a little bit of oil that I had in here, the seasoned oil. So it's doing a good thing. So now I'm going to take this butter and I'm going to melt it in here. And then I'll put my liquids in. All right, so I put the butter in there just like that. Okay, I need to move this, get these out my way. Okay. And I have my chicken broth. Right there. So the last thing I'm going to do is thicken it because I wanted to cook a little bit. I want this meat to cook. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Let me just move this around. And I think I'm going to cut it up. That way it'll melt faster. Because it's already soft. It's like room temperature. So I'm just cutting it in little chunks so it can melt down quicker and I can get this party started. Okay. Here you are. Just like that. I'm going to bring the heat up to a 4. And I'm going to stir. That's what I'm going to do. I sure am. I'm going to take my lemon, y'all. And I'm going to squeeze just a little bit of juice in there as soon as I can find my knife. I had it here somewhere. Well, I have to get another one. Let's see. Do I have? Yeah. I may be able to cut this with one of my trusty, have a million of these here plastic knives. So let me cut. And do you know, this is great. Now, the reason why this is great, I didn't cut it all the way, because now I can squeeze this juice and no seeds will come out. Watch. I'll squeeze my juice just like that. I'll kind of twist it to the side. Got all that juice and not one seed. Okay, because I don't want that much juice. You want about a teaspoonful of juice. Okay, if you use that. You don't have to. This is optional. Okay, so I got that going. My butter is melted. I'm going to take this, my chicken broth. Okay, stir that around. Okay, just like that. That'll be really nice. Give a chicken broth. I'm going to start with about a cup because I'm not trying to boil this stuff. It's more like braising because I do want a gravy. Gravy is what I want. So, yeah, probably 2 cups because this pan is pretty big. I want to be able to sit my chicken in this. So I'm doing about 1/4 of liquid in this big 12-inch skillet. Okay, so let me put that there. I'm gonna take this up a notch because I wanted to get some movement in it before I put my meat in. And if I need to add more, I will. I'm going to put some of this. I'll put the cream in after. And the reason why is because I want this chicken to cook a little bit more. So when the chicken is almost done, then I will put my cream in and my, what is this stuff? The thickener. The cornstarch. You see, you tell I use cornstarch. The cornstarch. I will put, because I'm like, what is this? The thickener. Yes, the thickener. Okay, so I'm waiting for this to come to a boil so I can put my meat back in here. Okay, it's moving. It's moving. Well, we're moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Okay, boiling. Okay, so let's move it on over here. Because on this little here plate, this little supposed to be the tough plate. So I'm going to put it in here. And like I said, I will be stacking this because what's going to happen is this pan is not going to hold no 10 pieces of chicken. But I'm going to kind of layer it. And this right here, this one, this big old one here, I'm going to make sure it gets right where the heat spot is, where the sweet spot is, so it can get done. Okay? I'm going to put that in here. And I'm just putting all the chicken in. And their clothes, because they thought that they were going to lose their clothes. No. Let me get that all in here. Let me see how many more I can. How many chickens can I fit in a 12-inch skillet? Let's find out. Yeah, exactly. we about to find out because I'm putting them all up in here. They getting in here. Yeah, they are. I got. Oh yeah, I did it! Yay! Wow. Okay, this is why I like this skillet because it's big. Okay, so now I have some juices from this chicken. I'm going to pour that in here along with that piece of skin. Okay. Let me get all that in there. Let's get rid of this. Got that in the garbage can. All right. So it's boiling. It's boiling. Now, what you want to do is boiling now. And I know for my skillet, it'll stick when it gets started boiling too much. So now I'm gonna put the top on. I'm gonna bring it down. I'm gonna do it on a 5, and then I will move it periodically around because I don't want it, to get stuck on the bottom. I just kind of move it here, move it there, and this is gonna cook through. I'm gonna stick my thermometer in to see if it's where it needs to be. But for now, we're gonna put it on here and make sure it's all the way on my eye. But that's another thing. I have to make sure it's all the way, the whole bottom of the pot is on the eye, and that's another reason why it probably is not doing what I want to do. I'm gonna take it up to a 6, and then we're gonna watch this. In the meantime, I'm gonna transfer myself back over here because it's getting really warm over here, and I am really burning up. So I'm going to move my stuff over here along with my computer. Yeah, because I'm making a mess. All right, thank you, Corey. All right, so we're gonna get that over here, and we're gonna continue to talk about this thing while this does it little chickeny thing, the little chicken thing. Okay, so let me get up in this chair. All right, because I have nothing, I have no AC, no nothing on, so I'm really feeling it. Where normally I'm sitting here telling you guys I'm so cold, I'm freezing. Not today, okay? Because as long as I'm not moving around, it's fine. But I'm moving around here, and I'm telling you, every part of me is saying, water, something, whatever. No, I'm going to drink this. I need some ice in this, though. That's what I need to cool myself down, But where was I? So I was saying, letting go or reigniting the relationship. I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't make it a practice of putting people in the middle of my relationship with my husband. The reason why is you have your ups and downs, you have your ins and outs, all those things. When you go around and you invite people in every aspect of your relationship all the time, they set up biases. So when you're feeling good about this person again and you're like, oh, I'm in love, blah, 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 they still mad. They still think this person is a bum. They think that you done lost your ever-loving mind. But I will tell you, you're going to go through these ups and downs. I'm not going to tell you not to get advice if you really need to seek advice or whatever, but to have every moment, and I know I'm repeating myself, of your relationship be a public affair, then be a sister wife, and then you can tell everybody. Okay, or husband. Okay, because like I said, relationships have to be navigated by the people that are in it. If other people are navigating your relationship, you tend to make decisions that you might not normally make. For instance, reigniting or not. So you've told everybody how terrible this person is, and now you're trying to fix it. You shouldn't fix that. Oh, you may do something drastic that you're not willing to do or ready to do because of public opinion. Okay. And at the end of the day, public opinion is just that. Everybody got an opinion, like everybody got a bleep, 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 bleep. And I bleep myself, daughter. Okay. Exactly. And everyone has one. So, and they're entitled to add to that. I want people to start making decisions for themselves. We have a big brain. We may not use all of it, but it's a big one. And it's put there for you to make these decisions. Nobody gave you a pass to go be with this person. No, you didn't come and ask, hey, should I go and live or marry or have a relationship with this person? No, you didn't. Why does somebody have to be in it? Now you're in it and you can't handle your mess. I mean, I'm just saying. Everybody needs a helping hand every now and then. But when you're in a relationship, you need to be in a relationship with their person. And the same thing goes with that person that you're in with. Okay. Because I am telling you, when you don't do that, you forfeit the ability to have intimacy. And I don't mean physical intimacy, but that person being your ride or die, because they don't know if you're going to talk about them. They don't know what, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it really messes with the trust factor. Now, do not get it twisted. And I want you to hear me clear. If you are being abused in any way, and that's male, female, or puppy, yeah, open up your mouth, save yourself. Okay. However, for the little tips and things that you have, you don't need to be on the phone. Hey, girl, blah, blah, blah. Hey, boy, da, 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 da. Yeah, she's this and she's that and he's that. Honey. Because half of the time when you're talking to these people, ask them what kind of relationship they have. See, you can't tell me nothing if you ain't showing me nothing. For real, for real. I have.
She said, good job bleeping yourself.
Yes, I bleep, 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 bleep. Yes. Yes. I took care of the sensibilities of E.T. However, y'all know what I'm talking about. That's better. So I'm not like this. Staying in love means choosing connection, choosing growth, choosing, hey, you might want to be a little comfortable too. I don't think anything wrong with that. You need to have a level of comfortability with the person that you choose to spend your life with. But that should not be the only component. Just like passion shouldn't be the only component, because if it goes far away from here, far away, and it doesn't always have to go because people let it go. So that's what people need to understand. You don't always voluntarily give it away or not participate or whatever. There can be extenuating circumstances. And I am so sorry if my mate is that shallow that they're going to step off on me because I can't swing from the rafters or whatever the case may be. Well, y'all know. Because what I got with that person should be more than that surface area. It's important. Yes, it is. Intimacy is important. And like I said, there are all kinds of intimacy. It's an intimacy about being close. That's what it is. Look it up. Okay. Intimacy is not about sex. It's about being close to that person. However you can get close to them. And yeah, I said the word. I said the secret word. Yes. Okay. And
so
that's
question, can you have intimacy with a friend?
Yes. You can have an intimate relationship with your friend on a friendship level. See, the way that you carry intimate relationships is totally different depending. I can have an intimate relationship with my child. I can have an intimate relationship with my mate. I can have an intimate relationship with my best friend. It's about the closeness. It's about the things you share. The things that you share with your best friend may be totally different than what you share with your mate, but that doesn't make it any less intimate. So we need to stop labeling things unless we understand the full gamut and meaning of the words that we are spewing out of our mouths or thinking that we understand, because there are so many caveats. There are so many types of relationships that work for people, because I will say it to you again, the perfect relationship is the one that works for you and the other person. What I see from the outside ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in your life. So you have to make the choices. You have to make the decisions. You have to say, I'm going to stay, I'm going to go. Do not let somebody push you into whatever. Make it your own choice. So at the end of the day, you don't ever have to have regrets. And yeah, E.T. says intimacy does not always equal. It sure doesn't. That's what I said. It's about closeness, support, and trust. That I'm here to tell you. I am here to tell you it is. And if you think that it's not, then yeah, you are probably not going to have any longevity. Because honey, when you get 99, unless you Jack LaLanne, you ain't swinging off no post. And you don't want to. That's for sure. Let me check my meat and see what's going on. Hold on a second. Oh, it's bubbling brown sugar. Let me take that down. Oh, see, yes. It's going to do its little thing. Okay. And see what happens is it's going to make some more juice. So what you do is you let it bubble. You let it cook. I'm going to bring my thermometer out. And my thermometer says chicken with a bone says Okay, beef, pork, lamb, poultry, stuffing. So it should be about 175 when I put it in. But when you put it in, when you put this in, you don't want to hit the bone, okay? Because if you hit the bone's going to be hot, and so you're going to get a false reading. The biggest thing is, and I will tell you this: have you ever had a chicken leg, or had a chicken wing, or anything with a bone? You bit into it, and it is an effort to pull it away from the bone, and then you look at it, and the bone is a little pink. That chicken is not done. I don't care what they tell you. Okay, you should not have to have a battle with your food. When you're struggling to get a piece of chicken off of the bone, you need to cook some more. I'm just telling you. Okay, you may not get parasites, but it sure as heck ain't done. So that's how you tell. When you can move that meat freely from that bone, it's done. If you don't have one of these, okay. I don't even know how to use this. Because I know what it looks like. I let beautiful assistant do it. She's been showing me how to use all of these little doohickeys and stuff. But see, I like to live my life like this. If all the lights go out, I never forget, in my area, maybe about 20 years ago, they had a major blackout. It was a whole week. Everybody's food went bad. People couldn't cook. They couldn't go to the restaurant because guess what? The restaurant didn't have no lights either. So guess who was cooking air day? Guess who children had pancakes for breakfast? Guess who? Me. How did I do it? Well, I'll tell you how. We went and we got the biggest buckets, like those storage buckets, and we put tons of ice in the buckets, and we sat them outside because at that time we had like a little not a fire escape, that was a patio. No, Owens Mills. Yeah. And we sat it out there and we watched it to make sure that our food stayed fresh, because this was a whole week, y'all, and I had just went grocery shopping. Okay, so I took my little barbecue pit, I got my skillets, and we went camping. I made pancakes from scratch. I made food. I cooked everything on that grill with the charcoal. I didn't cook it. It didn't taste like charcoal, but the charcoal heated my pots and stuff. I made do. So I'm saying to you, I don't ever want to lose that part of me. Yes, it's nice to have all these gadgets, and they're very helpful. Yes, they are. But honey, Casey can do it without it. And I want you to learn how to do that too. I want you to be able to look at your stuff and be able to tell. And you can, because like with steak and stuff like that, the way if you press a steak in a certain place, you can tell if it's well done, if it's medium, if it's rare. You can. But that's things that you learn as you cook. Okay. For now, trust the thermometer. Okay. So let me get a little drink. I'm going to give this 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to start thickening up my sauce so it can cook into that. Add a little bit more garlic. We're going to do these potatoes, and then we're going to plate this puppy up. What does the hands mean? I don't know what that emoji means. Oh, she said, ooh, me, you, me, what? What do you want to say?
I guess to taste it. Did you say something about taste it?
I don't know. I was talking about cooking on the grill.
Oh, yeah. I guess remembering when we did that.
Yes, exactly. Yes, she had the pancakes. That's what she's saying. Duh. Okay, well, I don't know listen, I am not the emoji girl. I learned English in school. I don't know about y'all. Okay. They didn't teach us emoji cons.
That should be its own course.
It should be that and what do you call it? The abbreviations, not abbreviations. What do you call them? The acronyms. Yes, acronyms. There should be a whole course on acronyms. My job included, because they got an acronym for everything. You ask them what the acronym is? I don't know. Okay. There you go. So, like I was saying, comfort means choosing what's easy, not always what's right. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. It ain't always right just because it's easy. I've learned in this life, anything that comes too easy, A, we don't appreciate it. B, we really pay it no mind later on. It's just like a fleeting thought or feeling. I'm not saying everything in life has to be a struggle, but some things you need to work for. And a relationship is one of those things. It sure is. It isn't an inanimate object. It isn't a toy you put on a shelf and take it off when you feel like it. It's not a blow up doll. No, it ain't. So, intentional. Let me, yeah, I'm gonna give it up because this just doing this just steaming away over there. And I mean, whatever, it's a plate or it's a partnership, so it's like at the end of the day, it has to be the two of you. I keep saying this. A relationship is not successful or horrible by itself. Just like you can't fight by yourself. Okay. What you gonna do? Punch yourself in the face? Okay. Cuss yourself out. No. It takes however many, I always say two, but nowadays, who knows? So to be politically correct, like whoever's involved in the situation, it takes all of the parties involved. There you go. That's good. All of the parties involved. It takes all of the parties involved to be participants. Some participants are aggressive and some participants are passive, or a combination of the two. The passive person always really thinks, well, I'm just kind of sitting here rocking in this chair and I'm not, but you sitting there rocking in that chair. You can alleviate that situation by not rocking in that chair. Because the other person, unless, they're not quite all there, is not going to fuss at an empty chair. So, some positions we put ourselves in and we can take ourselves out. So if you are asking yourself, am I in love? Or am I comfortable? It depends on how cushy the couch is. How about that? Because if it's a comfortable couch, I'll excuse a couple of farts. Yeah, but put my mask on, can't breathe. Just don't smell it. Okay. But if that couch got some lumps in it, gots to go. Because it hurt my back. Let me check my chicken. Okay. All right. We have a lot of steam going on here. And this is on a 4. Oh, wow. It's a lot. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, because I have a lot of fluid in here, I'm going to start stirring up my little mixture. And you can put this in. What you can do if you want, and you don't want to have to do this little mixture, which I like doing this roux like this, because it's really convenient, it's quick, I don't have to worry about another skillet or whatever. So what I'd like to do is I usually take flour, but I'm going to be taking this stuff here. I'm going to use this cornstarch, y'all. I don't want to use the corn, but I'm going to use it. I got to find my fork, and I had taken one out, and now I don't know where it is. So I'm going to take this cornstarch, but this time I'm going to put some more, where is it? The chicken broth. What did I do with it? Oh, I left some chicken broth here. So I'm going to get the chicken broth and I'm going to get my cream. Okay. And I'm going to bring it over here so I don't have to keep moving. So I'm going to take my chicken broth and I'm going to pour it into all of this cornstarch. And I'm going to start to stir. Oh, I hope you feel better. I'll see you next week. Yes, I will. That's T. Aww. She says she's not feeling too well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody's kind of getting a little sick here.
When the weather transitions from hot to cold, it tends to be like that. Plus, it's like the allergens are like last hurrah before.
Yeah, something. Because I know of several people that are not feeling too well.
Me too.
Yeah. You see, I've been sniffing. So I'm taking and I put I'm trying to stir this. Okay, I may have put too much liquid in here, so I may have to put some more cornstarch. Yay. I'm not looking forward to that, guys. Okay. Because this cornstarch, it's a beast. It does work, but it's not, to me, it's not as smooth to stir. Yep, I put too much. So I gotta put some more cornstarch in here. I'm not looking forward to this mess. Not is it? But I like using. I think with the cornstarch, I will use the chicken broth, because when I use the cream with the cornstarch, because the cream is an emulsifier, it really gets thick. I want to make this thicker because I already got enough fluid in there. So let me go and put some more cornstarch in here. Ugh. Did I put it back in the pantry? Yes, I did.
Oh no! I thought you had it on.
No, because I had taken it out ahead of time because I don't like messing with this stuff. Okay, here we go. Well, I said I wanted to get rid of it.
Now you have to.
Yeah.
How about that?
Okay, but see what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this over the sink because this is so messy. Got to be a better way. Okay, let me pour you in. Okay, so I'm pouring in another cup of this because I have so much fluid in here. And I'm going to try to mix it and hope that, and now it's turned to glue, y'all. It's glue. Okay, so I'm trying to stir this over the sink because it is going to be messy. But I need to get this incorporated in here. Also, using a warm water, a warm liquid for this cornstarch helps it to blend a little better. Okay, I think it's coming along now because it had a big lump in the bottom of this cup. And I really need for this to be a little bit thick and creamy, because that way it'll make my sauce the consistency that I want it to be. But I got to make sure that I stir this up all the way from the bottom because it'll get clumps in the bottom. Okay, that's working. Okay. And all right. It made a mess as usual, but I'll clean it up. And I'm almost done with the cornstarch, which means I'm not going to have to use it anymore until I do some type of Asian cuisine again. Okay, so let me get this off of here and rinse my hand off that's full of cornstarch. All right. Okay, so put that over here, just like that. This is bubbling, so I want you guys to see the consistency of this. And I did use the chicken broth for this. I didn't put any other fluid. And like I said, it's thickening. It's really thick on the bottom. I'm trying to get this in. I want to make sure that it is all stirred up. But I want you guys to see the consistency that it needs to be. Because if it's too watery, it's not going to do anything. Okay, so I'm having a struggle trying to stir this. I probably should have had a metal fork. Okay, so you want to have just like that. This is what you want to have. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to pour some of this inside my pot. So let's see how I'm going to do this because I really want you guys to see. Let me put that on there. I'm going to bring this over here and I'm going to position you again so you guys can see this. Okay. And that's going to be the last time I'm going to move. All right. So we have this. Let me take that. Okay. Just hold on to that for me. Okay. So let me get this right back over here. Okay, and you see the pot. Okay, so this pot is smoking. There's a lot of fluid in here. Okay, because I had the top on. So now I'm going to take this right here And like I said, it's really thick on the bottom. So I'm going to stir from the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little well in the middle of all this fluid. I'm going to make sure that my chicken has some movement and it's not stuck. Because this chicken is almost done. And so I'm going to turn it, flip it over. And I'm going to make a little well in the middle. In the middle there, I'm going to put some of this. So let's see. Okay. Now I'm going to stir it from the bottom. Okay, let's get a little bit in here. So I'm going to put half of this cup in there and see what happens. Okay. And so now, almost half, yeah. I'm going to take it and I'm going to stir this around because I want to get it throughout this sauce. And it is starting to thicken just like that. It's starting to thicken up. I didn't want to do it before I put the meat in because I wanted the meat to cook. But all you got to do is just kind of move it around and make sure that the cornstarch is throughout all the liquid. So you just kind of move your meat around. Or if you want, you can take your meat out if it's easier for you. But it's not necessary for me. I'm just taking it, moving it around, and kind of stirring it around because I did it from the middle. Now you have another way you can do this. You can do it from the perimeter. So you can take the cornstarch and start pouring from the perimeter if you want. But I really kind of like doing it from the middle. Because see, now I got thickness in the middle. It's coming out to the sides. And if I need more, yeah, this chicken is falling apart. Okay. If I need more, then I just add a little bit to the sides. Okay, which I'm going to do because it's still a little bit loose. And I want it to be a little thicker. So I'm putting a little bit on each side. And then I'm going to put my cream in. Okay, so I'm going a little over here. A little over there. And some over here because that's a little liquidy. Okay. Then I'm going to take a half a cup of this heavy whipping cream. And I'm going to put it in just to go around the perimeter of this chicken. And I'm going to stir. Just like that. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to let this thicken up and kind of cook down. Now, the final step for this is I have some Parmesan cheese that I'm going to sprinkle in here. And that gives it a nice flavor. And that would be the last ingredient, really. Other than me letting beautiful assistant taste it to make sure that it has the amount of salt that she likes. Okay. Oh yeah, that is nice and creamy and yum yum. And it has enough of the gravy to go on my potatoes, which I'm about to make right now, which will take me about 5 minutes. But this chicken, like I said, is falling apart. And while you're over here tasting, beautiful assistant, you can check the chicken temperature. Okay. But as you see, I've gotten all the gravy. It's really gravy. It's gravy full, right? It is gravy full, y'all. Yeah, see this chicken come apart.
Mm-hmm.
It is coming apart. It is coming up. See, that's the one that lost his shirt. Okay. All right. So let me move this. Let me get the stuff so I can make the potatoes, and then we can plate this puppy up. Okay. Cup. And I'll do this and that. All right. Let me put this over here.
By the way, 165 is the minimum. And it's at 180 right now.
Oh, yeah. So it's real done. It's real done.
Yeah, 205. Yeah, these are good.
Try that thicker one.
Which one was that?
I think that's closer to you. It's the thick one. It's the thick one.
And all of the ones close to me are over a 1 week.
Okay, and I got some stuff down in between my stove.
It looks like some of that slurry stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, it is. So let me get this and get that out, just like that. See, look.
Beautiful.
Tell you, it does all the things you want it to do. So let me wipe this. Did you taste it? Okay, don't taste that. You need to taste the inside of there because see, that's been dug down in the bottom where all the flavor bits are.
Oh.
I don't know why I can't keep up with my chicken broth. Oh, here it is. Okay. And then you put the top on that while I do the potatoes. I'm going to put a little bit of Parmesan cheese over in it. After you tell me.
You know I'm gonna say just a little bit of salt.
I knew it.
But everything else is delicious.
Okay, no butter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, I'm going to hit it with a little salt, a little Parmesan. I'm going to let that bubble over there while I do this quick potato. And I can't get this open. Okay, why is it we're doing that? Okay, got it. So I have about a cupful of Parmesan cheese that I'm going to put over in here. And I have the shredded kind, guys. So that melts really well. Okay, kind of stir it on there just like that. Put a little salt in there so I can make certain people happy. Everyone nothing. I think she's going through like a salt thing. Because I'm not cooking any differently, and I don't use a whole lot of salt, and my stuff is quite flavorful.
It's very flavorful. It's delicious. Not saying that it isn't. I'm just saying that just a little.
Now see, I just tasted some on my finger, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very good.
It's really tasty, guys, and like I said, that gravy is really it's top shelf. It really is good. Okay, so I'm gonna let that continue to cook. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt in it, and just like that, just a little.
Just a little teeny bit.
Okay, and I'm gonna hit it with a little squirt of you know what? I got 2 squirts of my Splenda. That takes away that gives it a mild taste. You know, so anything that is in your food, sometimes things are a little bit. Sometimes things can be bitter, and so this ensures that it doesn't have that. I love this gravy. This gravy is on point. Okay, let me make these potatoes and stop playing with y'all. Okay, so easy peasy. The potatoes call for 4 cups for this family pack. So 4 cups of chicken broth. I like to use chicken broth. You can use water if you want to. Okay, let me get this other chicken broth over here so I don't waste anything. Once the chicken broth comes to boil, then you just put your potatoes in. So, of course, I'm doing garlic herb potatoes. So I'm going to put all of my seasonings in this liquid. So that's 1 cup. Okay, this will be the 2nd cup. Okay, that's 2. 3. And 4. There you go. You got 4 cups. And I'm put a little bit in there for extra measure. So we don't get lumpy taters. Okay? And I'm going to cover this up. Close this up here. Now I'm going to put a little bit of garlic in here. I'm going to put a little bit of my Casey's Blessing in here because it just really, really steps up the flavor to everything. Just like that. A little bit of that. I'm going to take some garlic. Because what would garlic butter chicken be without garlic potatoes? And then I'm going to take a pinch of each one of my herbs, the Italian, the basil, no parsley. Okay? Pinch. Just like that. And basil. Okay. And a pinch of that. And I'm going to put a little bit of butter in here. So I'm going to get a little teeny tiny bit of butter. And maybe I can get it out of here. Yeah, I can. Okay, so I have a little butter here. I'm going to take a little piece of the butter. Okay, just need to get another knife. I know, good thing I have so many of these knives, right? Of course, I can't find one just because I said that. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to take a spoon because I need to get finished with this. Okay, so let me turn. I'm putting this on high so it can start boiling. I'm going to take a tablespoon of butter and put it in my fluid here. Okay, close that back up. Get you out of the way. I'm going to bring this to a boil. Once I bring it to a boil, then it's just a matter of stirring it in. I'm going to hit it with, oh, this stuff's a mess. Put a little bit of pepper in here too. And I'm not going to put any salt because this gravy is going to be on it, so it'll be enough. Okay, so I'm just waiting for it to come up to a boil. And then I will stir my stuff in. And the potatoes will be ready, so we can get some plates, y'all.
What kind? Are we talking about the fancy?
Yeah, get the fancy ones. It's a fancy day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Now, when my potatoes get ready, I'm going to take some of this cream and I'm going to mix it up in there because that just makes it taste even better. And that is how you get homemade tasting potatoes out of potato flakes. Ta-da! Exactly. All right. So, another reason why I put a little bit of Splenda in there, because remember I squeezed that lemon juice in there. Hey, did you turn this off?
I didn't touch anything.
Okay, I didn't know I turned it off. Okay, let me put this on too. I don't want to turn it off. I want it to continue to simmer. Okay, there you are. Okay. I thought we were doing the white ones.
Oh, those aren't the fancy plates?
No, these are the bargain plates. They are beautiful, but I mean, yeah, we can do the white ones.
Okay, never mind.
Let's see. For do this.
What?
I do that. I'm getting ready for my potatoes because it's almost time for my potatoes for me to put them in. Okay, this is doing this little thing here. I'm just letting it simmer. I got this on high. Let me open up my potatoes. I guess. Let's see. It has the little things on the side, but it's not working. So I'm going to get a knife and cut this open. Be careful.
I'm sorry. Okay, excuse me for Terry.
Okay, now you just be an extra.
I'm just being careful.
You're being extra. Okay, so I got that. And see, it's boiling. So when it comes to a boil like this, guys, all you want to do at that point is let it do its thing, and you turn it off. Turn it off. And then they say to slowly incorporate it. I ain't got to do all that. I start stirring as I'm putting it in, and I stir, and I put it in, and they just start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I keep stirring so I don't get lumps, and I keep stirring, and there you have it. And if I don't have enough and it's not thick enough for me, then I'll go and open up another pack and put some in. Okay, I'm trying not to hit the bottom of my pot with this metal thing here, but that's not really working. Okay, so I'm going to get my wooden little spoon here and rinse it off because it looks like I got stuff on it. Okay, the beautiful assistant stuck that gravy thing in there on top of my spoon. So, okay.
What I do?
You stuck the thermometer. It had a little gravy on it. Okay, so this is perfect. Nice. There you go. Beautiful herbed potatoes. You didn't have to peel them. You have to do none of that. Now I want y'all to take a look at this. Okay, wait, let's see. Can y'all see this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not telling nobody that these are not the blood, sweat, and tears of me peeling.
Hey.
I'm not telling anybody anything, and I'm not telling on you either.
Oh, and Pam said, because butter makes everything better.
That's right. And now I'm going to make it even tastier because I'm going to put a little swig of this cream in here. Yeah. Just like that. Just a little touch. Yes. And I'm going to stir it up. And can't nobody tell me that I didn't peel these potatoes myself. It's just as nice and creamy. It's no lumps in here. There's an art to making these potatoes, and this makes your life simpler. And we all want to make our lives simpler and still have the things we want and eat good. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to start plating this up. You can tell my grill master he needs to bring himself on down so he can taste the delectables. Okay. And then beautiful assistant can start tidying some of the stuff up because now I'm freaking out because there's stuff everywhere around me. All right, so let me get this up. I'll take that, put this over here, just like that.
Are you ready to move the computer back?
Yes, if you can move the computer back, it'd be very helpful. Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, get this over here. All right. That'll come with me here and go in the fridge. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to move this back because Visual Assistant will take care of clearing this. And I want to plate up my plates. Plate up my food, not my plates, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I have that. Have this. Move this over. Get this into the trash. Put my butter back into the refrigerator so it doesn't melt. It's already getting soft. Okay. And I'm going to plate the puppy up. Huh?
No, I said you.
Oh, okay.
He's coming down.
All right, so let me just get this. Let me get a little bit of the potatoes. And we're going to put it right here in the middle. So we can lay our chicken on top with our gravy. How about that?
So pretty.
Make a nice little well. That's going to be nice. Okay. All righty. So now, let me get my chicken. And let's figure out how I'm going to pick this up because it has a lot of gravy on here. So I think that I am going to, I'm going to use a ladle, but I'm going to use my wooden spoon also. Okay, so let's just get us a nice little piece here. That looks good right there. Okay, sit that right here. And as I sit it, the gravy is coming out. The gravy says, I'm coming out. There you go. Mm-hmm. All right, come on, Corey, get this. Let me do my husband.
Smelling good.
Okay, let me get you a fork. I got your fork. Here you go. Just like that. You can let the nice people see what you got. I'm going to plate up my husband's.
All right, everyone. Do you see this wonderful plate?
Oh, yeah.
Sir.
All right.
Does this say ignite your fire or what?
That is me.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Uh-oh, I started him singing, y'all. Put a nice little drizzle of that gravy on there.
Smells delicious.
Yes, it does.
I need to put this down.
Okay, Corey.
But it's hot.
All over this thing.
Okay. I'm gonna start doing beautiful assistant first because Corey too quiet. Okay,
You
there you go.
Thank you, darling.
Okay, let me do you, beautiful assistant, and you can tell the nice people what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's piping hot.
Okay, beautiful assistant, come on. Okay.
It's nice and creamy. The chicken is also just so moist and tender. It's just coming right off, and it just melts in your mouth.
Oh. Ah.
It looks so good.
Get yourself a fork, child. Get away from me.
Chicken just fall right off the bone.
It did.
I'm telling
But
you.
I still haven't heard nothing that Corey said. Three
He
words.
said several things.
Yeah, 3 words.
ET said this looks like my new favorite meal. Yes, I feel like you'd love this.
Mm.
Right up your alley.
These 3 words.
Yummy, yummy tummy.
Exactly.
No, he said a bit though. He said more than that.
Mm.
Oh, but yeah, the meat just fell right off. I didn't even have to put any pressure to it at all. It's just coming right apart. I love it. No effort. It's very hot.
That indeed.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Did you show him your plate?
Mm.
Yeah,
Or did you just start eating?
I showed it a little bit.
Oh.
It's so hot. I'm trying to burn myself.
Oh, but you showed the plate before you start eating here.
I did show the plate. Okay, but I want to describe the flavors.
Mm.
It's very, very savory, very creamy. As mentioned, the meat just falls apart. It's very just warming to the soul. Like the combination, of course, you know, potatoes and chicken go well together anyway, but this gravy just marries them together. What is this
Real.
called?
What is this called? This is called creamy garlic butter chicken.
Mm.
Yes.
Casey style.
And that's what it is,
I thought you were
darling.
going to say it was like marry me potatoes.
No, this is not. Okay, y'all. Okay, here you go. Okay. How you like me now? How about that? I'm gonna taste this and we'll see. Very tender. I could right now. I'm like I said, I'm sitting here with a knife and I really don't need it. I'm gonna dip it in this lovely, lovely sauce and try not to make a mess. Okay. You guys see?
Mm.
Okay. There you go.
That's delicious.
There you go. That's what the nibbly bits get you. Uh-huh. Let me try it. Come on over there in your PJs, Missy, and get a piece of the chicken. This chicken is all that. Okay. When I tell you the texture of the chicken is so tender, that's your ADOS right there. Okay. It is so moist and juicy. But in combination with this lovely, lovely gravy, the sauce, I'm here to tell you. Yes, Volvo, $26.99. KC Kitchen a la Queen. Mwah.
Yeah.
That's right. Tell me that you're going to get something better than this in a restaurant, okay? And you can do this yourself. You can do this yourself. I am telling you, okay? Be intentional. Ignite them fires, okay? You won't have to ask yourself, are you there for the love or for the comfort? if you ain't there for nothing else but for the food, that's a thing. That's a thing. That'll keep that'll keep it there. You said hold that thought. She's coming very soon. That's what Pam said. Anyhow, guys, I'm telling you, this is really it. This is so comforting. And like I said, after a hard day or a long day, because I'm not going to say hard, I love doing this. I love doing these shows. It's a lot on me, but I really enjoy just spending time with y'all. And then having this at the end of the day, ooh, baby. If the fire wasn't lit before, it'll be lit after this. That's all I got to say.
Hey.
In any case, I hope that you enjoyed this live broadcast of my mayhem and all of my advice and all of my studio audience's input and my chat, my wonderful Flavor fam, and all the people that came and all of you who will rewatch this, and you should. Y'all need to stop sleeping on these live shows because, see, I got so much more to show you. This is not your ordinary live. You know this. So, as I said, for all of you out there who are trying to keep a relationship, cultivate a relationship, having a relationship with yourself, which is a very important thing, because if you don't know who you are, you can't share yourself with anybody else. I hope you find your rhythm and dance. I know you will. And until next time, you know what I wish you. I wish y'all love, peace, and a wonderful week. A quick week so we can get back together. Because guess what? I forgot to tell y'all in the morning, my birthday is next Saturday. And guess who I choose to spend it with? You guys. But it's going to be a twist. Casey may not be cooking. Hey, Casey may have someone else cook. How about that? Y'all don't want to miss that one. Weekend Eats and the Love Rhythm Recipe. Until we meet again, my sweets, have a good one. Bye-bye.